Music Radio.
They say they care, but do they really know? It's beyond their ability. Is it really though? They say they care, we know they really don't. It's all a front for show. They do it all for show.
Good morning.
The world on fire.
They let it burn slow.
I was just cruising the streets.
Good morning.
I'm trying to get me some sleep. I'm trying to make it for me. My family struggling for peace. My family needs what they got. My family eating, they sleep. My family.
Good morning, Real Tree. Olive.
It's a PSA announcement. They say they care, but they really don't. Kamikaze twist and turn like Inferno. They keep on blaming the media and blaming the government. You say you want freedom, do you really know? You give them your rights away and then you give them more. Money coming in different ways, don't say you're poor. Don't say you helping these kids and then you close the door. You ain't no better than politicians, you hypocrites. Use your power to make a change and make a difference.
Good morning. You're saying and ain't saying much.
They say they care, but do they really know? It's beyond their
Really?
ability.
Is it really though?
They say they care.
Good morning, ladies and
We know
gentlemen.
they really don't. It's all a front for show. They do it all for show. They set the world on fire. They let it burn slow. They set the world on fire. They let it burn slow.
Hey.
They let it burn slow.
Hey, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
They let it burn slow.
Good morning, April.
You put your right hand in
And you shake it all about. Hey, you do the hokey pokey, then you turn you on down. Hey, that's what it's all about. Hey.
Had a great fall.
Oh, good morning. Good morning.
Put them back together again.
Don't be so basic and practice on your greatness. Life don't work like that, gotta be amazing. I've been down and out, I know what it takes to be on top right now. I know I'm your favorite. This is hip hop and politics and relevance. This ain't J6, but it's an insurrection. I took Jack Smith and Bonnie Willis prosecutions to the next level. I got MAGA triggered in a state of shock, cause the time has come. The Brown Boys got 22 for seditious conspiracy. What happened to Back to Blue? What happened to it? Officers died and they wanted to hang Pence too.
You said beat Trump too. You said
That's
you
right.
wanted the truth, and now you got Zeus. So who's the Marxists and communists and fascists? Let's see it.
Let's see it.
Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism
They do.
that threatens the very foundations
They do.
of our republic. And they see their MAGA failure to stop a peaceful transfer of power after the 2020 election as preparation for the 2022 and 2024
It's coming.
elections. MAGA Republicans do not respect the Constitution.
They don't, President
They do
Biden.
not believe in the rule of law.
They
do
don't.
not recognize the will of the people.
They don't.
They refuse to accept the results of a free election.
Really? They really do refuse to accept the results of a free election, alright? Let's get this show started, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we do on this side of town, ladies and gentlemen.
I feel like I'm stuck in a cycle.
Yeah.
It's like I'm stuck in time. It's like a curse. And
Actually,
I can't escape it.
that's right.
Deja vu.
How do we do?
Zeus. It's deja vu when I'm running up these racks. I'm like the Terminator screaming, I'll be back. It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class. It's like every week I gotta take out the trash. I'm on top of my game, ahead of the class. You can tell that I made it. Look at my grass. Cars in the
can look at it.
garage, change for the gas. I play the game so raw, I won't finish last. Sitting in my living room screaming how we made it. This is how it's supposed to happen when you're
Rich and famous. That algorithm turned me to a maniac. I guess we going viral cause my Zodiac. I got all these numbers on my spreadsheet. Benjamin Franklin is my bestie. Isn't that right, Evan?
It's my ex and they left me. They don't get replies and they text me. I say it with my chest cause I mean it. Got a lot of confidence and I'm conceited. Call me the master with a new whip. I'ma take off in space.
Here we go.
I'll tell you what, I haven't gone into Zeus's last in a couple of days.
Yes.
Shit was radical.
Keep it clean.
It was horrible. I'm like, Zeus has gone way off the rails.
It's like deja vu. It's like deja vu.
Right, conservatively.
It's like deja vu.
Get it out.
It's like deja vu.
Like deja vu. All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Brother Swerve, and welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Wednesday. Today is November 1st. I hope you all had a nice, fun Halloween celebration. All right, because boy, oh boy, it was an interesting day. I seen a lot of costumes all over the internet, all around the community, all around the neighborhood, and there's a lot of candy that was given out. So for those of you who are into celebrating that, I really do hope you all had fun. I personally, I don't celebrate Halloween. I gave you all a nice Halloween poem, right? The Donald Trump Prisoner's Tale poem yesterday, right? Happy Wednesday. All right, so we're here today once again in the Thunderdome, ladies and gentlemen, to do God's work, to do the Lord's work, right? Good morning, Miss Boss Diva. All right, so let's get some of the housekeeping out of the way. Number one, I go by the name Zeus right there. All right, that's, or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H? Well, it's quite simple. I always have to say this because I know there's a new viewer out there that hasn't heard this before, or they might be unfamiliar with what's going on. So for those of you who have heard this ad nauseum, I understand, but you know what? We got to take care of this, all right? So I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. Good morning, Straight Facts, Miss Couch. Nice to see ya. And why do they call me Triple H? Well, it's because I'm the most honest person on social media. There's nobody more honest than me. I promise to tell you nothing but the truth. So help me God. All right. The second H is because I'm humble. There's nobody more humble. Good morning. All right. Look at that love I'm getting in the comment section already. Oh my gosh. Listen, I'm blushing. The second H is because I'm humble. There's nobody more humble than me. All right. Listen, if I get it wrong, I will be the first to apologize. What, Mom? It started when I was a kid, right? Mom, I forgot to clean my room. Where was my mind at? I didn't clean the room. You told me to clean it before you get home. I'm so sorry, Mom. I will not only clean my bedroom, but I will clean the entire house. All right, the kitchen, bathrooms, garage. I'll clean it all because that's how humble I am, right? And I did that one time, and I don't think I ever had to do that again. Good morning, April. All right, so that's how humble I am. And then the last H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I am and will always remain the most handsome. Right. Sorry, Nutty. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a friend of mine. His name is Nutty or Dark Nutty. You might see him in the comments section hating on Zeus because of my handsomeness. Pay him no mind. As a matter of fact, moderators, you have my permission to mute him if he gets out of line. All right, I do mean that. All right, now for those of you who aren't familiar with this level of broad or this type of programming, what we do on this side of TikTok is very special. We hold our friends on the right, especially their leader, Donald J. Trump, accountable for their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds as well as their crimes. All right, so if you are lactose intolerant, like my good friend Swervin once told me, if you're lactose intolerant, all right, and you're allergic to truth and facts, I'm going to ask that you exit stage left. Please just leave on your own. Please don't make my moderators do their job, all right? You at this point, we don't need to use all this extra energy on you MAGA possessed demons, all right? So if you don't like the truth or you're allergic to truth and you don't want to hear, just exit stage left. Hello, Gina. Nice profile picture. All right? Exit stage left. But get this. You don't got to take my word for it. What? Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now.
Bye-bye.
Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
And that's one of the rare times I agree with Donald Trump. If you're a Trump supporter and you want to make America great, pack your bags and leave. There is nobody in the United States of America that is forcing Donald Trump or MAGA to stay here. Thank you, Slick as Rick, for the subscription, and thank you, Gina, for that shirt order. All right, I saw you. All right, keep up the good work and keep on supporting the kingdom. There's no reason for you to be sitting in the United States. First of all, most of these Trump supporters, they're out of shape. All right, most of them live in sin. They live in lies. If you go over to their houses, you know what you'll see? You'll see all these Donald Trump paraphernalia laying around. You'll see McDonald's wrappers, and you'll see a bunch of Diet Cokes, and they'll have in one hand their cellular phones, all right, and all that's doing is letting them keeping them plugged into Donald Trump's Truth Social feed. On the TV screen, they got Sean Hannity, perhaps, all right, and they're sitting at home getting radicalized, listening to Donald Trump and his lies. These folks are something else, I tell you. What I wrote down a list of the favorite MAGA words. When you start hitting MAGA with facts, these are the words they like to say. They like to do the whole whataboutism, right? What about this? What about that? But they got this thing. Now they say, I don't know, or they'll say, I wasn't aware. You know what, MAGA? You ain't nothing but a bunch of liars and hypocrites, all right? You don't know. You weren't aware. Yeah. I know. Would you rather me lie? I'm not lying. I'm not lying to you. You don't know, or you're not aware. Or what about when it comes to Donald Trump? But when it comes to President Biden, all of a sudden you all seem to have a PhD, right? They have a PhD, right? And so I'm going to get into some meat and potatoes today, because we got to talk about Donald Trump today. Of course, you know, I always give you a theme, and his ties to the far right. But before I get into that, it has been brought to my attention that, you know, our friends on the right, more specifically Snuggles. Is Snuggles here? Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Snuggles last night. God, you know, I really hate to kick someone while they're down. Many of you know I like to take the high road, right? Because that's what Obama taught us, right? You know, Michelle, when they go low, we go high. But I was very disturbed yesterday because I went into Snuggles Live, and normally Snuggles, he should be in bed, but I guess perhaps the medication had kicked in and he had maybe mixed it with a cocktail or something. And so I went into his live, and it was Snuggles Unhinged. And he said some things I know that his mother, his grandma, because you know Snuggles lives with his grandma, right? And if you listen closely, you can hear her in the background going, Snuggles, hang it up. Because she heard what her grandson was saying about Zeus. Would you like to hear what deranged Snuggles was saying about Zeus? All right, let's see if we can get this going.
Snuggles, thank you. And I will see you tomorrow after Zeus's pathetic, narcissistic, lying live that I've seen ever. You know, ever. Right, Zeus? All right. It's your shot. The ball's in your court, brother. We'll see you tomorrow. Fresh early. What you got? Bring it back. I got you. All right. Or do you need to do a closet of truth tonight, Zeus? You might need to. You might not get any sleep after my killing here tonight. Love you guys. Peace. Love all you all. Good night, Zeus. I love you too, bro. Good night, Dark Heaven. And Ange. And CC that joined me. Thank you so much, everyone. And Shay that joined me. And all my enemies. Take care. Bye-bye.
I know. There was a lot of shame yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. It just goes to show you that Snuggles is not really winning. He's really losing it. And I'm starting to understand why Snuggles is losing it. Because the walls are closing in, the wagons are circling. Snuggles, I wanted to respond to you in person, by letting you know that, sir, you sound like a loser. You sound more deranged than ever. And you need to listen to your grandmother because, again, I heard her voice. Many of you heard her in the background. She said, Snuggles. If you listen real close, Snuggles, hang it up. Snuggles, listen to your grandmother. Hang it up. All right? No one's buying what you're selling. The only people in there that are buying what you are selling are other MAGA demons. And guess what? You know who was there front and center? Janae. She was in there. Janae, definitely. Cheering him on. So I said, you know what? Let's get into it, okay? And I'm going to help you understand, Snuggles, why you're losing, all right? And so I want to talk this morning about Donald Trump, Snuggles, Stacey, and Janae. And should we talk about it? Their ties to the far right, all right? So this morning, my fellow Democrats, all right, my independents and my real Republicans, not you MAGA-possessed demons. I'm not talking to you. You just sit your special behinds down and you listen to this special broadcast. This morning, once again, I sit before you all on this sacred middle throne in Mount Olympus, all right, to address more affairs tied to our democracy. Today, we must address the ties between former President Donald Trump, Stacey, Janae, Snuggles, and their ties to the far-right movement. Now, we all know, no, I can't battle. How do you turn this off? I'm getting into this. I'm really enjoying this. All right. We all know that Donald Trump's presidency was marked by a series of evil and vile events and statements that cannot be ignored when evaluating his connections to the far right. From the early days of his campaign, he embraced rhetoric that appealed to the most extreme elements of our society. His divisive language, characterized by derogatory remarks against minority groups, immigrants, political opponents, resonated with far-right ideologies, all of which we have now learned was his tool to program his supporters and inject them with his brand, the MAGA demon. All right, let that sink in for a second. Former President Trump, or as I like to now call him, Defendant Trump, Snuggles. Make sure you refer to him as that, Defendant Trump, failed to unequivocally denounce white supremacists and hate groups when he was given the opportunity, much like Snuggles does, right? Snuggles, this is you. Who can forget the tragic event of Charlottesville in 2017, where white supremacists marched, resulting in the unaliving of a counter-protester? Instead of unequivocally condemning these groups, former President Trump, or as I like to say, Defendant Trump, infamously stated that there were, quote, very fine people on both sides. This statement sent a clear message to the far-right extremists that their views had a place in his administration, and it did something else. It gave folks like Snuggles the idea or the opportunity to believe that it was okay to repeat things like this, especially when they're on TikTok. Yeah. Furthermore, the former president surrounded himself with individuals who had ties to the far right. His former chief strategist, Steve Bannon, had connections to the alt-right movement and promoted nationalist and anti-immigrant sentiments. Another example is Sebastian Gorka, a former White House advisor who had been associated with far-right organizations in Hungary. These appointments reflect a deliberate effort to align the administration with ideologies that are antithetical to the principles of equality, tolerance, and justice. Moreover, defended Trump's policies and actions often aligned with the far right's agenda. His travel ban, right? Targeting predominantly Muslim countries. An executive order implemented early in his presidency was perceived by many as discriminatory and played into the hands of the far right Islamophobic sentiments. This is Donald Trump in rare. This is who we all see him to be and his supporters. Additionally, his hardline stance on immigration. This is why Donald Trump and Snuggles, they love to talk about that border, right? This is it. This is why. Including the controversial policy of family separations at the border was applauded. It was applauded by far-right groups advocating for strict immigration controls. And yet we have folks like Janae who profess that they are Christians and support this evil. Nothing but a hypocrite. They don't even hide it anymore. So that's why I talk about it openly. It used to be I didn't talk about this, but they don't even hide it anymore. They say this stuff to me all the time. So if you don't want me to talk about it, don't say it to me. How about that? It is essential to recognize that these connections and actions have far-reaching consequences. They contribute to the normalization and emboldening of far-right ideologies, which have led to an increase in hate crimes and violent acts committed by these extremist, MAGA-possessed demons. Thank you, Miss Terry, for the gift. The storming, this is the one that gets me the most. I mean, all of them do. But the storming of the United States Capitol on January 6th by a mob of MAGA-possessed demons, or as they like to call themselves, Trump supporters, and their friends, the far-right extremists, serve as a chilling reminder of how dangerous these ties can be for our democracy. Do you understand what I'm saying, Stacy? Stacy, that was for you because you always ask me questions and now it's $30 an answer. Do you understand what we're saying, what I'm saying to you? All right. And I know they're in here under their backup accounts. All right. Because I can feel the MAGA demon energy coming in through the screen. So I know they're here. All right. So listen up. As responsible citizens, those who are trying to really protect democracy, it is our duty to confront and challenge these evil forces that threaten the very fabric of our society. We must reject any leader, any content creator, any fake TikTok host, all right, who associates with the far right, as their actions undermine the values of inclusivity, diversity, and respect that defines our nation. We must demand accountability and transparency, not only from defendant Donald Trump, but we must demand it from folks like Snuggles, Janae, and Stacy. The same pressure we're putting on Donald Trump, I'm going to make sure I put it on you three demons. You get me, Snuggles? Because guess what, Snuggles? You're not winning. You're losing. And you're losing really, really bad. I looked at your poll numbers, sir. Thank you, Stephen Curry. I looked at your poll numbers. Uh-oh, hold on. Are you there? Hold on. I looked at your poll numbers, Snuggles. And you know what? You know where they're going, Snuggles? They're going down the drain. Okay? We must demand accountability, okay? Because this will help us to ensure that they prioritize the well-being of all Americans over partisan interests or their extreme ideologies. So let me end by saying this. The evidence connecting defendant Donald Trump, Snuggles, Stacy, and Janae to the far right movement is undeniable. As far as I'm concerned, they are part of the Proud Boys, whatever they call themselves in the back of the U-Haul, the Patriot Front. They're all in the gang together. As far as I'm concerned, until you show me your ID card, show me your ID cards and make sure your ID card clears you. But other than that, y'all are all in the Patriot Front groups as far as I'm concerned. And I'm going to have to treat you accordingly. All right? Their rhetoric, associations, and policies have constantly aligned with and emboldened the far-right ideologies, right? And it is our responsibility to reject and confront these dangerous alliances, safeguarding the principles upon which our nation was founded. So, to Donald Trump and his legion of MAGA demons or Trump supporters like Snuggles, Janae, and Stacy, I must remind you that us true Americans are defenders of truth and will stand together, united against your bigotry, your extremism, your hatred, and we will continue to work for a future that upholds the values of justice, equality, and unity for all. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Donald Trump, Snuggles, Stacy, and Janae the first round of boos and shame, because they deserve it. They're traitors. How you like that, Snuggles? Now, you can do whatever you want with that, but I make sure one thing's for sure, no lies detected, right, ladies and gentlemen? All right. Let's get started with today's topics. All right. And we're gonna have to cruise through these. All right. So MAGA loves to be all into things concerning President Biden, and I just want to make sure we touch on this. There's been some fact checking going on, ladies and gentlemen, and you all know James Comer, who I like to call Pinky. He had the audacity to release a video raising questions about a 2018 personal check to Joe Biden from his brother, James Biden, and wife, Sarah Biden, which had the words, quote, loan repayment written on the front of it. Comer said he would view the $200,000 check to Joe Biden as, quote, troubling, even if it was a loan repayment, since it came on the same day that Biden received $200,000 from a struggling health company he did business with. All right, and so we all know James Comer and MAGA, they're spreading this nasty, nasty lie. And I just want to make sure we point this out, all right? We got to check our sources, right? So a source with direct access to the documents, all right, and has the copies of some of the James Biden's banking records the committee had obtained as part of their investigation into the Biden's family, went on to say this. Comer's team does not dispute that these bank records show James Biden sent a $200,000 wire transfer on January of 2018, less than 2 months before James Biden and Sarah Biden wrote Joe Biden a loan repayment check. All right. So given the matching amounts and the loan repayment text on the check, does Comer not believe that Joe Biden ever made a loan? Well, a Republican aide on Comer's committee argued that there are reasons for doubt that the $200,000 wire transfer to James Biden was actually from Joe. All right. And here's why. Bank records show that the $200,000 wire transfer sent from an attorney trust account. All right. Attorneys do pay for things, right? We saw Donald Trump, his attorney, Alina Habba, pay his court fees, right? Accused at a Wilmington, Delaware law firm that Joe Biden co-founded decades ago, still had a longtime friend, Melvin Monzak, as partner. The banking records do not show Joe Biden's name anywhere on that wire transfer, but Comer's committee possesses an additional piece of evidence that appears to clearly link Joe Biden to the attorney's trust account from the wire. So, ladies and gentlemen, in other words, the evidence suggests that the $200,000 that was sent to James Biden in 2018 came from an account that belong to Joe Biden. So, on that note, I want you all to join me in giving James Comer, who I refer to as Pinky in the Brain, he's Pinky, a round of booze and shame, because once again, he's failed at finding any kind of evidence of crime that President Biden has committed. James Comer, what a shame. Now that that's out of the way, we're on to the next conspiracy, right? I think right now, what is the conspiracy that James Comer is talking about? Oh yeah, the 82,000 emails. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the subscriptions. The 82,000 emails. This is the new conspiracy, and I just want to make sure. I want you all to know. I got multiple email accounts just like Joe Biden, and I'm pretty sure all of you do. And it's filled with a lot of junk mail, just like all of you probably do. So, James Comer, good luck. I'm pretty sure this fishing expedition is going to turn out just like all the other ones. Why is it so hard to find dirt on President Biden? I mean, you see how easy we find it when it comes to Donald Trump. All you got to do is take a white glove and just rub it across the table of the desk and look at it. If there's dirt, then there's crimes, right? Every time you do the white glove test, you don't have any evidence of crimes, all right? And that's because there aren't any. All right, now let's move on to our next topic, ladies and gentlemen. This is this is the gift that keeps on giving. Now, we've talked about this gentleman for a couple of days now. This is the guy that threatened Fonnie Willis, right? So it says suspected white supremacist mad at Trump's RICO case. His mugshot has been released. Would you all like to see this MAGA demon? How many of you would like to see this MAGA demon? By a show of hands, you know, the one that was from Alabama, all right, that threatened Fonnie Willis, all right, and his name is Arthur Ray Hansen II, all right. Well, his mugshot has been released, all right. There he goes. Now, if you look closely, I think those are Snuggles' eyebrows, right? So I think he's related to Snuggles, right? Yeah, this is definitely Snuggles' brother, perhaps, or maybe his cousin from Alabama, and he has now joined his leader, Donald Trump, in terms of getting his mugshot. So the only question I have left is this: Snuggles, when are you going to get your mugshot? Make it a family thing, right? Why don't we just get a whole collage, Snuggles, of you and your family's mugshots, and then we're going to put them with Donald Trump in the middle, and we'll call that the family reunion, right? All right, so he's been federally indicted for physically threatening the Georgia attorney who is prosecuting Donald Trump and more than a dozen others in a sweeping RICO case centered on those allegations that he attempted to overturn the 2020 election results, right? Listen, I don't get what the obsession is. He's smirking, right? He practiced taking this photo just like Donald Trump did. You know, he was trying to do these Trump supporters. They will do anything they can to just spend 1 second with Donald Trump, even if it means they got to share a jail cell. I firmly believe that Snuggles, Stacy, and Janae, if they had an opportunity to go to jail with Donald Trump, they would sign up. Not only would they give all their money away to do it, but they would drive to the prison themselves. They would catch an Uber or a Lyft, whatever. They would beg Snuggles would beg his grandma, please take me down there to the prison. Snuggles, I don't want you to go. But no, he would do whatever he could to be with Donald Trump in prison because they think prison is a paradise or something, right? I mean, these folks are something else. So, ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Arthur, what is his name? Arthur Ray Hansen II, a round of booze and shame because He is allowing himself to be a vessel of transgression for Donald Trump. So let's give him some booze and shame. And he has ties to the far right? He's a white supremacist. Get him out of here. Matter of fact, we gotta send him off. Now that we know he's in prison, right? We gotta give him the old-fashioned treatment too, right? You know, when you send these Trump supporters off to be with their Lord and Savior Donald Trump, you gotta send them off the right way, right? I see there's some dissension in the comments section, and they're saying I'm too mean to MAGA. I'm not mean to MAGA. I'm not mean. I'm very nice to you all. I'm not mean enough, but we can't be nice to MAGA anymore, right? Right, Ange? We can't be nice to these Trump supporters because the gloves are off, right?
Everyone knows he's, and I wouldn't have said this
I wouldn't
3
have.
weeks ago. I wouldn't have said it. I was actually very kind to him. But now we can't be kind anymore because the gloves are off. The jar has been opened.
The gloves are off, MAGA, and the jar has been opened, all right? And it's because you opened the jar. And if you don't like it, if you don't like this live, if you don't like this level of truth that I bring along with my good friends out here, the other panelists, if you don't like it, pack your bags and leave. Nothing would make me more excited and thrilled than to see you all leave, all right? And get into trouble, all right, Snuggles? If you get arrested, I'm going to be hunting for your mugshot, right? I'm going to be looking for that mugshot, right?
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
All right? And we do mean that, all right? So, next update before we open up these boxes. Hello, Superwoman. Nice to see you. All right. Next update before we go to these boxes, because I got to open up the boxes and only hear from those of you who are brave enough to tell the truth. A lot of people are still asking me, Zeus, how come we can't come in your box and debate you? And I said, well, because number one, the morning show is sacred. This is a space for truth only. I don't got time to challenge you. We're trying to get through our points and get the information out. And we can't get it out when we're dealing with those of you who are possessed with that MAGA demon. All right? And so I've done this for such a long time, right? That I actually know what it's like talking to a Trump supporter. It's like, many of you've seen me have very, very serious conversations with these Trump supporters, folks like Snuggles, right? And I said, when you're talking to a Trump supporter, you can just tell the conversation isn't going anywhere. The words you're saying, they're not registering up here. Every time I talk to a Trump supporter, I end up losing a lot of patience, and I would like to argue, getting a feeling a little dumber, right? So I said, what is it like when you talk to a Trump supporter? And anyone know what it is? I said, what is it like when you talk to a Trump supporter? It's like a bunch of noise, but we're not going anywhere. I said, oh, I know exactly what it's like talking to a Trump supporter. You ever heard one of these cars before, ladies and gentlemen, that you could just tell by the way the car sounded, it was up to no good? I think it sounds a little something like this. Hey! Turn it off! Snuggles! Turn it off, HVAC Bushmaster, Stacy Janae. Turn that thing off. That sounds terrible. Listen, oh my God, that thing sounds like it needs spark plugs, distributor cap, rotor. Oh, maybe some fuel injector, clean all that backfire. I mean, listen, I get it. It got power windows. It got AC and leather seats. Listen, that's pretty standard with most models these days. That car sounds nasty and dangerous. It sounds like it needs the hands of God put on it. right? And just like that, you Trump supporters, you need the hands of God put on your brains. And you need that MAGA demon to be cast out so that Joe Behind don't go to jail, all right? If you don't get it right, so you don't go to hell. And I do mean that. So no, I don't want to argue with a Trump supporter right and early in the morning, especially on November 1st. It's the first of the month. That's the last thing I want to do. That's the last thing I want to do. All right, so let's continue on with what I was talking about. Now, sit your special behinds down and listen to this special broadcast. That's all you can do. And Tiny Tim, yeah, I hope you're pulled over again. All right, because I know I'm ruining your breakfast. I know I am. I know I'm ruining his breakfast. Remember Tiny Tim? He came into the box. He told us. You know, I be out walking and, you know, I'll be talking to my friends. And some of these encounters with Trump supporters, I really do have to sit back and chuckle. This guy, he pulled his semi truck over, all right? And you can hear the cars whistling past. And he got in my box and he said, Zeus, I've done more research than all the Democrats on the face of the earth. And he really believed himself. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, how are you going to say that? And you're on the road driving a truck like that. How you going to say that to Zeus, huh? You're listening to me. I'm not listening to you. Cut it out. But these folks, they have no shame. They are proud to be ignorant. That's why it's a MAGA demon. Do your job, Tiny Tim, and you listen to this special broadcast, all right? It's triggering because it's true. That's why. All right? Now, let's get back to it. So Trump's relationship with the far-right group is under scrutiny during the Colorado insurrection trial. Yes, yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, lawyers sparred over defendant Trump's relationship with the mob that attacked the Capitol. An important point in the Colorado lawsuit seeking to bar him from the 2024 ballot. All right? And the only thing I want to point out is this. Because this is all about Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, all right, which is basically saying that if you participated in an insurrection or provided comfort to those, then you should not be allowed to hold office, all right? Now, the Colorado lawyers representing 6 Republican and unaffiliated Colorado voters argued that Mr. Trump's violent rhetoric preceding the attack makes him culpable and that he should be barred from the presidency again under the clause prohibiting anyone who swore an oath to the Constitution and then engaged in an insurrection against it. So, while this is not the courtroom, I do believe that these lives are what I like to call the court of public opinion. All right. All right. So let me ask the audience this by a show of hands. Since this is the court of public opinion, right? And in this kingdom, Donald Trump is guilty. We've already went through this. By a show of hands, how many of you think Donald Trump should be barred from the Constitution? Shouldn't be allowed to be on there. How many by a show of hands? I'm just curious. You see that? You see that? You see that? This cupcake, yeah. You see that, MAGA? The same number of hands that go up when I ask, how many of you want MAGA to leave? The same number of hands are going up saying Donald Trump should not be allowed on the ballot. So I guess that means it's time to make another ruling in this case. In the court of public opinion in this kingdom, it is hereby been determined that Donald Trump should not be on the ballot for the 2024 election. All right? All right? That is settled law. So join me in giving Donald Trump and his supporters another round of booze and shame because they ended up figuring out a way to make sure they have no chance of winning in 2024 by engaging in conduct that is illegal and prevents them from being on the ballot. So let's give Donald Trump and MAGA another round of booze and shame. see there's some dissension in the comment section. Somebody wrote in there, this kid loves to hear himself talk. Number one, I'm not a kid. And number two, you are more than welcome to leave this live. All right? This, like I've been saying, if you're not happy in the United States, you traitor, you seditious, conspiracy promoting, you QAnon believing, lying, fake hypocrite Christian. If you do not like this live, leave.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Yeah. And speaking of leaving, I got some more bad news for you Trump supporters. Yeah, you know how you've been obsessed with Kim Jong-un and you've been trying to get to him? Well, you better hurry it up because listen up. Kim Jong-un is set to shut down dozens of embassies worldwide amid North Korea's economic struggle. All right, now I gotta blaze through these and I can't go too deep. But get your behinds to one of these embassies real quick. Buy your passports, MAGA, and get the heck out of the United States of America. Nothing irritates me more than to see or hear a Trump supporter complaining about the United States of America and what President Biden is doing. Pack your bags. Seriously. Sitting in the comment section, upset and thinking you're smart when you're not. You ain't smart. You're nothing but some criminals. All right. Next topic. All right. I know. I'm over my time. All right. So we're gonna make sure I'm gonna end it on this one. I don't want to end it on this one. We'll skip that one. Last topic. Many of you know Don Jr. is supposed to be in court today, right? He's supposed to be in court today. Yeah, he's supposed to be under oath, telling America and the entire world how his father committed crimes for decades, defrauding the state of New York, ripping off insurance companies and banks with lies. It's all coming out, MAGA. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Getting out here and saying you support this guy. You Trump supporters are something else. You're proud to be evil. You're proud to be ignorant. And so guess what the judge said? Donald Trump, Eric, Ivanka, and Don Jr., bring your ignorant behinds into my courtroom and say that same stuff that you've been saying all over the internet. Say it while you're under oath. While we calculate how much we're going to get out of your, I got to keep it clean, how much we're going to get out of your rear ends, all right? I got to keep it clean. So, MAGA, listen up. And the boom is about to come down hard on Donald Trump. I've never seen if Snuggles, if this is what you call winning, I've never seen Donald Trump so terrified. He was up at 2 a.m. thinking about Judge Engoron having his son on that same stand that he had to take when he got fined, right? Remember he got fined? Now Don Jr. is going into the Lion's Den, into the Thunderdome, and he's going to be told to do something he's never had to really do in life. Don Jr., tell the truth or face immediate consequences. And what does Donald Trump do? He goes on the Truth Social crying. Leave my children alone. He's crying. Leave Don Jr. alone, Judge. Leave Eric Trump. Please don't make it vodka. Please don't make me. I'll do anything. It's too late. We want it. We want it all, Donald, and we're going to get it. I don't care how much money your supporters send you. We're going to take every crying dime. We're not going to leave anything on the table. Snuggles, his 401k can't stop this. Janae, her prayers, her fake Christian prayers. Stacy's questioning, trying to throw roadblocks in front of the prosecution. All that's getting steamrolled. Clickbait. No matter how many accounts you create, you're not going to stop this hammer of justice from coming down on Donald Trump and MAGA. I don't care how it comes. If they take the money, take the money. If they put them in jail, put them in jail. That's all we're offering MAGA. Pay up or go to jail. Or if you don't get your soul right, take your behinds to hell. So MAGA, listen up. I want to make sure you understand this before we open up these boxes. Donald Trump is a weak leader. He can't save America right now. He's over there on Truth Social crying. He's over there on Truth Social crying his butt off. He's pooped his pants. His diaper's full because Judge Engoron is getting everything he wants out of his behind. And your behinds are next. Because I know you won't get in the box and apologize. Is there a Trump supporter out there that'll apologize? Absolutely not. So, guess what? Sit your special behinds down and listen to this special broadcast. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now that concludes the morning show. And we're going to go to the panel, all right? But before we go to the panel, Snuggles, you are right, Snuggles. I did make a good song called Winter is Coming. And I'm going to dedicate this song to you, MAGA, because Snuggles asked me to. MAGA, listen up. Winter is coming.
Winter's coming. Winter's coming. Winter's coming. Winter's here. Winter's coming. Winter's coming. Winter's coming. Winter's here. I can't change what I am. I'ma be what
You hear that, MAGA?
I'ma keep a sack on me.
I'ma keep a sack on me. Winter's coming.
The money in the process.
Yeah.
Bye-bye,
MAGA. Let's open up these boxes, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, I'm gonna get this over. Yeah, Snuggles.
Pile this money all up. Watch me count this money all the way to the top. Little mama picking and choosing. See me flexing on improvement. You don't like what I am, but you like what I am. See me counting up all these numbers. Better get to the top because the winter is coming. Running through the hood and millions.
Thank you for the
The
gift.
rats like this to give it 10. My own man's in my damn business. Practicing what I'm preaching. I've been working on the weekends. I can't talk to you.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Let's get to the boxes. The boxes are open. All right. All right, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for us to hear from those of you who are brave enough to get in the box and tell the truth. All right. All right. So I only want to hear from MAGA if they want to get in the box and apologize. If you don't want to get in the box and apologize, just sit your special behinds down and listen to this special broadcast, all right? And you know the rules. Please show some love and support to those brave folks who get in the box. Truly help make this possible, all right? All right, so we're going to go. We're going to start off this morning with Double D. Good morning. Double D, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Haven't we talked before?
I don't know. I just want to know how it tastes. How does it taste? You've been saying the same shit for 8 years.
Now, Double D, how does it taste? Well, I'll say this, Double D. When you're winning, like I am, it tastes good. Yeah, victory is a taste you'll never experience, Double D. And why do you call yourself Double D? I mean, seriously, Double D, I could tell by the way you were talking that you're probably sitting at home, all right, watching Fox News, right? And guess what happened? You were watching that crap, and then you got a load of Zeus. You got a load of Zeus, and I ruined your morning. Right. You had just bought that new carton of eggs, Double D, and you had cracked yourself a couple of them, and your mom made you a breakfast. All right, you asked her put some toast on the side, and she served it with probably a Diet Coke, because it's not healthy what you're doing. And you were about to take a bite out of that, because you know what he did. He took the eggs, and then he took the eggs and the bacon and the toast, and he made himself a little egg sandwich, and he said, tastes just like McDonald's, and he bit into it, and then he heard Zeus, and just like that, Double D lost his appetite and decided to send me a guest request to tell me how he feels. Huh? Double D, cut it out. Cut it out, all right? Listen, I know you're triggered, but that's what you're supposed to be when you don't know any better, all right? When this truth hits you the way it does, you're supposed to be triggered. That's exactly how I want you. Stay triggered. All right. Good morning. Attacking. How are you doing, my friend?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic, and good morning, everybody else.
All right.
You know how you were talking about they can't find information on Joe Biden, they're just making stuff up?
Absolutely.
Well,
What do we got?
of course, I have videos of other people talking, making things up about Joe Biden also. I put a video on my bio of somebody talking in Toilet Paper Man's room.
Oh,
talking about Joe Biden's hands shaking as he's handing out the candy to the kids. Oh, his hands are shaking. Well, I went and got the videos.
Oh,
and
can we see it?
Oh yeah, we saw his hand shaking. Yeah. He's shaking the box of chocolate or candy in the box for the kids in front of them and put it in. And then he stands there with his hands still right at his waist, and he's waiting for her to shake some of the adults' hands. And that's exactly what he did. He shook his hand, the lady's hand. Yeah.
Wow.
He didn't even have to make up his hands are shaking. Donald Trump, you had HVAC lie about Donald Trump. We had a conversation with him a couple of days ago, somebody's broadcast, saying, well, Donald Trump apologized. No, he never has. And HVAC brings up, well, Donald Trump said, I'm sorry that I said Sioux Falls or Sioux City. Got the mix up of the city, right?
Right.
So I went and got the video, too.
Oh, so we're exposing Donald Trump at all levels.
And Donald Trump didn't apologize. You know what he did?
What did he do?
After he found out that he said the wrong thing, he goes up to the mic, and instead of saying, oh, hey, sorry, guys, I'm sorry. I've been traveling so much. I'm a superstar. I go from city to city.
Right.
So what Donald Trump do? He goes, how many people here are from Sioux City or Sioux Falls? How many people? Where are you all coming from? Doesn't apologize. He just plays it off.
Wow.
He can't admit even the most simplest things, the simplest screw up.
None of it. Donald Trump can't apologize, and neither can his supporters.
He
all
can't
struggle
apologize.
with the same issue.
Yeah, and then I listened to Toilet Paper Guy talk about NATO.
That's out of his league. He doesn't know.
Everything's out of his league. He doesn't know nothing.
Facts.
So then
no lies detected.
He's saying, NATO, why don't you give money? Why we don't America doesn't need to help people. We don't need to help anybody. And then I played his video, and then I played Mitch McConnell's. Mitch McConnell saying, well, the money that we're giving Ukraine isn't going to Ukraine. It's going to 38 different states to build new equipment for our servicemen and women. So this is a good thing. And he goes, it's a good thing that Ukraine is fighting one of our most hated people, Russia. We have no boots on the ground. Right.
You hear that? You hear that?
Then again, you know what I did with Toilet Paper Man?
What'd you do, attacking?
He made another little mistake because he doesn't check facts. He's talking about wiretapping, and Mark Meadows.
Wow.
And saying you can't wiretap, you can't use this stuff in court. Well, we've heard recordings in court for years, have we not?
We have.
And the thing is, there's a difference between wiretapping Toilet Paper Man
Right.
and recording a conversation.
Tell them.
Two different aspects.
Tell them attacking.
Wiretapping and recording. And plus, they played it and they can use it. Why don't you go? I did the same page he was on. I just went down a little bit further and I read the facts on the paper.
Finish him.
You're an ignorant person. You're a hateful person, and you're a liar. Stop it. You're hurting what you say you want unity. You're not doing it. You're dividing because you're nothing but a liar, and everyone in this room knows it. I'm dropping. Everybody have a good day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Brother Attacking a round of applause. No lies detected. And you know what? We're going to give, whenever we start sending these Trump supporters to the pits of hell, we're going to give them, we're going to call it a fatality, right? And what you just did, Attacking.
Fatality.
It was. It really was. So let that be a lesson, MAGA. Let that be a lesson. Let that sink in. And again, this is free game that we're giving, right? Because, you know, we study to show ourselves approved around here, ladies and gentlemen. We really do. All right. Good morning, the beautiful Shay. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good, sis. How are you this morning?
I'm all right. Just tending to the affairs as usual. Right?
Yeah, I know, right? You're doing a good job as usual. And
I try my best.
Yeah.
I really do.
Good morning, Bama. I scrolled into that late night live of his as well last night. Just he's incoherent. He's not making any sense. He literally said that he doesn't vote for policy. He doesn't vote for policy. He doesn't care about any of that. All he cares about is money in his pocket. That's all he cares about.
Wow.
And this is the words out of Jimmy's mouth, Snuggles. Right? These are the words out of his mouth. And this is the problem with so many people. And actually, I came across a lefties post, very angry about something that the Korean, what's her name?
Jean-Pierre.
Yeah, Jean-Pierre. Said about, and I haven't seen her speech, and I doubt she was degrading towards Palestinians, because I know that they're really separating Hamas between Hamas and Palestinians, but I haven't seen it. But anyway, just yelling about the fact that, all this stuff. And I'm like, people, you have got to stay focused on Project 2025 and Project 47. It's all over Trump stuff. You need to understand, if that man got back in office, it's not about the economy any longer. He is literally going to get in the office and take revenge.
Thank you, Shay.
There is nothing to the fact that Donald Trump would enter back into that office and lower your gas prices.
He wouldn't.
He would not care about any of that, because the gloves literally would be off. Would go after every single thing. He would get a hold of the DOJ to manage the DOJ, to make sure that none of this stuff could ever happen again. Talk about your rights, talk about abortion, would be nationwide ban on abortion. There would be so many things that would go wrong. If you think he would get in that office to better your life, you are fooling yourself. You need to wake up.
Wake up.
He says it. He did 75 posts in the last 24 hours on his Truth Social.
75?
75. The man is deranged. He's off kilt. He's slurring his words. He doesn't care who he's attacking. He is angry. He knows he's losing. He knows he can no longer go out and do his campaigning, because he's got 4 trials that he's facing.
Get him, Shay, yeah!
He knows that he has...
That's what we like to see.
Right? I mean, thank you. That was so sweet. This is what is going on, and you need to wake up. Yes, the situation in Palestine, we'll never understand it, because we live in this country. We live in the greatest country, and no, it is not perfect. With you sitting here and not understanding what's going on in the world, why we support Israel, why we support Ukraine, the fact that you don't understand that we have allies, that we have commitments, that we have everything that we have to do. We're not going to walk back on our word. Why would we do that? We also have to pay off our debts. It's so stupid in those discussions. I could go on, but miss me with everything. There's no way in heck that Donald Trump will walk into the White House and fix your economic issues. That is not it. And he said that gas was $5 a barrel. I'm like, did you hit your head?
Yeah.
I mean, $5 a barrel. What? That's so stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I just...
No lies detected. She's not lying.
Just, guys, please, if you want to take time, research what he says about what he's going to do. And again, it's Project 47, right? And Project 2025. You please need to understand why. It's not TDS. It's not any of that. It is, you need to see what he is, who he is, and what is going on. And I'm so sick of it. I'm sick of the left complaining about Biden because of yes, it's tragic to see the Palestinians. But you know what? Their Hamas is hiding within. That is the problem. They're hiding.
Amen.
The children and that guy that they were after, he was in a refugee camp.
Tell them.
They do that on purpose.
Yeah.
So blame Hamas. Don't blame, what Israel's trying to do, why America supports Israel. You got to wake up.
Tell them, Jay.
They're going after them. And I knew the minute that Hamas did that horrific attack on October 7th that Israel was going to level Gaza. Because they've got to get them. Hamas is literally in their charter about killing anybody from the West and any Jew. You need to understand that. So in order to save their own lives, imagine if you were in their shoes. This is what's going on. And it is sad. It is so freaking sad. We get it. Our hearts break. Our hearts break for the Palestinians, for those children, for all of it.
Yeah.
But that is the problem, that Hamas is pure evil. And so what do you expect the Israelis to do? So it's not an easy situation. They're hiding amongst the children. They know this. They know what they're doing. And yeah, I wish there was a ceasefire. I wish they would stop. We all wish it would stop. But please don't be blaming the Biden administration and how that's happening and what's going on, because it's another country's issues, and we're doing what we can to get them to do a ceasefire. But anyway, I could go on and on. Wake up, people.
Wake up.
What's really going on. Biden or whoever is going to be our presidential nominee in 2024 is the only way we can go to save our country. So please be aware of that. Anyway, love you guys.
All right, love you too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Shay. No lies detected. All right. Now, what we call that right there? MAGA, another MAGA fatality. Those foreign affairs matters are very, very tricky. All right. I think I seen someone say we might need to revisit some of the things going on. But I must say, when the choice is between Biden or a criminal, it's crystal clear. If you care about democracy, I'll take my chances with President Biden. I'll be darned if I signed up to get on that silly choo-choo train that they call the Trump train. Oh, absolutely not. And for those of you who are triggered in the comment section, again, you don't need to be here. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave.
Fair enough. All right. Dark CC, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, my handsome, humble, and honest man. You know you're the most handsome. You know I had to give Nutty a birthday.
I get it, but you were walking a very nasty line, tight line.
That wasn't nasty.
No, it was nasty.
Well, because you won't bring me up first, and I get a.
Oh,
So
Oh, okay. Well, you know, I like to mix it up a little
I
bit here
know,
and there.
but I feel like I should come first. Okay,
Oh,
that's just
listen.
the way I feel.
Oh, okay. I get it. I get it.
But you
Hey,
you you are my main man. I will say that. You are my
thank you,
main
Cece.
man, buddy.
Thank you.
I
It
alarm
means.
my clock every morning to listen to you, and it's difficult because I'm a
Yeah.
night owl. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Thank you.
I wanted to bring up this letter of Stormy Daniels that Snuggles obsessed with.
Oh, the one he sent.
Did you forget about that?
No, I haven't forgot about it, but please, please tell the truth and shame the devil.
Okay, well, it was myself, and I was, honored for him to allow me up into his live along with Ange and HVAC. And, we were having a pretty decent conversation. And, I can calm HVAC down. And so, he was asking me questions and stuff, and so was Snuggles. And I'm like, it's a letter from 2018 where she is saying that nothing happened
Right.
between her and Trump. And, they were questioning me on that. And I said, look, I don't know enough about it. I've got to go look it up and see what the circumstances are.
Right. Right.
And the other one was about the Australian businessman.
Businessman. Yeah, the one he
And
told our secrets to about
yes.
our subs.
Yeah, and they don't believe that either. And
Of course they don't.
yeah, I don't know enough about it to discuss it, just what I've heard. But, it took me 5 minutes, Zeus, to go and search out the Stormy Daniels letter.
And what did you find?
She's rebuked every bit of it.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
And she did all of that in 23.
Oh.
Yes. So that's what I say. If you're gonna bring something up, have backup. I mean, he was really obsessed with that letter. Snuggle, you were extremely obsessed with that letter, acting silly and giddy, and I just don't understand. I really don't.
Tell him. Snuggles. Stop it.
Yes,
If you could say
Snuggles.
something, Cece, before you leave, okay, I want you to go ahead and give him I want you to go ahead and finish him. I
Snuggles.
want you to finish him.
When
All
Snuggles.
right.
When
What would you say to Snuggles to make him stop?
Snuggles, when you want to bring something up, be like Zeus. Research. Do your work. Zeus does a lot of work and brings up facts. We're not playing. He's not here to lie to y'all. He's here to educate not only them, but us. I have learned so much from Zeus and the panel.
Thank you.
So Zeus, please, try and talk to your friend and
I will.
and get him to do a little more research and stop being obsessed with he hasn't been to jail yet. Well, damn, let the trial start first, okay?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Cece.
You're
That was
welcome,
very
honey, and you
spot
are.
on. No,
You're
what
my
was that?
handsome. You know
All right,
that.
thank you. Well, listen, Cece, thank you so much. All right, I appreciate it. And we're gonna go ahead and give you a nice round of applause. No lies detected.
Thank you, honey. You have a good day.
All right, you're welcome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what Cece just did to Snuggles, you know what we're gonna call that? We're gonna call that another fatality.
Fatality.
Starting with attacking every person that's came up in the panel. They've been given fatalities. They got the ultimate. We got the cheat code on you, MAGA demons. It's easy to do now. Back, left, up, circle, triangle, and boom.
Fatality.
You know that's video game talk for those of you. All right, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, we got Snuggles. He's on the ropes, ladies and gentlemen. He thinks he's winning. He's not. Him, Stacy, Janae, it don't matter how you serve them. They getting the same fatality, right? Good morning, Takesha. How are you?
Good morning, Zeus. I'm doing better.
You're doing better. All right. You sound great. All
Habit
right.
ties.
Oh, yes.
How
What
does
is
it
that?
taste?
How's it ties? What is
How does
that?
it taste? While
Oh,
I'm in
how
my
does it
pickup,
taste? Oh,
while I'm
double,
in
double.
my pickup with the dent on the side of my overalls that say Liberty, chewing my red man tobacco,
Ah.
undoing these wire clothes hangers to make me a fence for my chicken coop.
Oh, my God.
Now, those are the people that vote for Trump. How does it taste?
Oh.
Stop it. Just cut it out, Zeus. Listen, did you
Jesus Christ.
say that Snuggles lives with his grandmother?
Yes, he does. Snuggles. I can
Wait a
hear her in the
minute.
background.
I'm going to say
Yeah.
it again. Did you say that Snuggles
Mm-hmm.
lives with his grandmother?
You know I'm Triple H, right, Takesha? I have no reason.
Cannot the Sue Ellen of the Dizzy Chicks, since she's so rich, ask JR to buy Snuggles a home?
Oh.
Because why is he freeloading off of his grandmother?
Yeah.
Does he stay in the back room with the shiffer robe or in the basement? Where does he stay?
Basement. You can hear the door creaking right before she speaks to him every time you talk to him.
So he lives in the basement?
Yes.
Down where the water heater is, Zeus? Zeus,
you know, when you put it like that, it is kind of funny.
I know Snugs is not living in the basement with the water heater.
Yeah. How do you think he gets all his information?
Oh, my goodness. So that's why he sticks his eyebrow up, because the water heater is making noise and keeping him up at night.
Mm-hmm.
I am so embarrassed for Snuggles.
Yeah.
This is embarrassing. Listen, Zeus.
Talk to me.
If Trump, listen, let me say this first. And I'm just going to be honest. I'm so tired of hearing the talk about Israel, Hamas, and the Palestinians.
Oh, speak on it.
Even the news has cut down on their coverage of the talk. There is nothing we can do about what's going on over there. I don't care how much we talk about it. I don't care how much we let the people from over there talk about it. I don't care what there is nothing we can do while we are getting stuff slid up onto us like a third baseman. We need to focus on what is being done to us, because what's going on over there is not affecting us over here. We got more serious stuff going on that's going to affect our lives going on over here that we're not even talking about because we so focused on over there. That's not our fight. Our fight is here.
Amen.
If they keep fighting every day, guess what?
What they gonna do, Takesha?
Affect us over here. It's not helping us over here. We need to focus on us and our well-being over here. We got a Speaker of the House that's just as crooked as Trump's toupee when the wind blows. We need to be focused on what they're trying to do to the American people over here.
Tell them. No lies.
Now it's time out for the talk about the Israelis, the Palestinians, the Jew, whatever they call. It's time out for that. We gotta stay focused on us.
Amen.
And what these people trying to do to us. Because at the end of the day, we not finna move over there. We gotta focus on what's going on over here.
Exactly.
Now, that's
the
what
war
I
is right
say.
here.
And like I said, the news ain't even really talking about it no more. Because guess what? We got too much going on over here to be focused on putting all our attention over there. We got too much, Zeus, going on over here. I know we got compassion for the people. We feel bad about what's going on, but what's going on with us? We got to stay focused. And we're not focused.
Facts.
But we need to get there.
Amen.
And that's all I got to say.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
And how does it taste?
Ah! Victory tastes good over here. I don't know about you.
I know that's right, Zeus. All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Sister Nakisha. No lies detected. All right, MAGA, you see how easy? Just get in the box and tell the truth. And what Takesha just did is also another fatality, right?
Fatality.
Yeah. Now, I need to address something. Snuggles. He's in my comments, and he told me that his grandmother has cancer. And, you know, or she may have passed away, and he's really in his feelings. So, Snuggles, listen up. If you don't like what I'm doing over here and this truth that I'm cooking up, it's his mother. Like, how dare you come into my live, Snuggles, and try to center yourself after you've done all this nasty damage on TikTok. So, Snuggles, you can't have it both ways. You can't sit here on one end and be an evil person and then turn around and tell people to feel sorry for you, Snuggles. Grow up. As far as I'm concerned, you still live in the basement with your grandmother, and that's a fact. That's why you're crying, because I've exposed you. All right? So, Snuggles, listen to your grandmother. All right? And if you don't like what I'm saying, Snuggles,
if you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave.
Yeah.
If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want.
You know, I tell people
back.
don't mute Snuggles. You don't mute him.
If you're not happy, you
don't
can
mute
leave.
him. I want him to be able to let those demons get him to say what they say, you know, so that I can make sure I'm tapped into what they're saying. Snuggles, listen, you got a nasty MAGA demon, brother. All right? Listen to me, champ. And that MAGA demon got you trying to play both sides of the fence. You can't play defense and offense like that and think that you're going to win. You're going to burn yourself out, champ. You're out of shape, Snuggles. Listen to what I'm telling you. Yes, it's politics. Yes. I didn't know about your grandmother's situation. So if I don't know about, and you're just like Janae, now that I think about it. You folks, y'all have a nasty situation going on. When folks is out here talking, and you turn around and hear folks that don't know what you're talking about, and you turn around, oh, you just said something that hurt my feelings. Well, Snuggles, did you think you hurt my feelings when you told me I was racist? Grow a pair. When you get out here on TikTok and you start talking about women, Michelle Obama, Snuggles, you're talking about President Obama's wife. You're talking about someone's mother, someone's daughter, Snuggles. So if you don't want nobody talking about your stuff, then you need to lead by example. Stop being a hypocrite. Go start your own live right now. I know this is what Snuggles does. When Zeus starts to get into his behind, you know, I'm leaving. I'm going to start my live. And he takes his legion of MAGA demons with him. Go and do it. I dare you. Snuggles, let me remind you once again how we got here. Snuggles, let me remind you real quickly, since you want to center yourself in the Zeus Live, bright and early on a November 1st, let me remind you, Snuggles, the type of stuff,
Snuggles,
the stuff you say.
thank you. And I will see you tomorrow after Zeus's pathetic, narcissistic, lying live that I've seen ever. You know, ever. Right, Zeus?
Yeah. My lives are pathetic, narcissistic. You deserve to be in your grandmother's basement. To hell with you and that MAGA demon. You might think that I'm mean. You can think that all you want, but listen, Snuggles, you're the one that opened this jar. You're the reason the gloves are off. Yeah, that was a
fatality.
don't come into my live ever. Any of you Trump supporters, don't you ever come into my live and try to center yourself in front of me, because I don't forget. You know, you don't want me, Snuggles, meditating on your behind now, do you? I don't forget. I would advise you to just simply say, you know what, Zeus, I'm good. What was I thinking? And go on about your day and eat your lunch, all right? And listen to what I'm saying. Sit your special behind down and listen to this special broadcast, all right? Because you're not winning, you're losing. And I'm helping you understand you're losing. As a matter of fact, you owe me. I'm helping you understand you're losing. So now that I know Snuggles, he's very sensitive about the grandma thing. We'll move on, all right? I'll try to be nice, but you can't be nice. You can't be nice with these demons. There's no reasoning with them, all right? Good morning, Dark Nutty. How are you?
Good morning. First, let me say thank you to everybody for the birthday.
Okay, that's what I wanted to check in with you. You sound like you partied hard.
with the kiddo. But thank you guys. It was much appreciated. You helped me make my goal for the donation that I was going to make.
Awesome.
It is always a good feeling to be able to give back. So thank you all for that. So very quickly, hey, I'm just concerned because Snuggles, if that's true about your mom, grandma, whichever one it is, nobody wants that. Nobody wants to see anybody hurt. But it's just very funny how you can tell someone else to be careful, but yet you all don't give the same energy when it comes to President Biden, who lost his son because of a burn pit.
Exactly.
He died from cancer. The same man that you all want to sit there and criticize. You all want to talk about him sniffing hair at his son's funeral. That was his granddaughter. But he's sniffing hair. You want us to have sympathy for you, but you don't have sympathy for others. Stop Janaeing this live up. Now, you know, God love her. That's what the president said. God love her. If your grandmother, mother, whomever has cancer, right, I hope and pray that she defeats cancer.
I do too.
Absolutely. Hope and pray she does. But I think you should remember that when you go to put your mouth on somebody else's family member.
Thank you.
Because I don't care if Joe Biden is the president of the United States. That's still someone's father. That's still someone's grandfather. That's still somebody's son.
Mm-hmm. Tell him, Nutty.
So in the words of Zeus, cut it out.
Boom.
Cut it out.
Detected. No lies
Cut it
detected.
Out. So I don't like to see crybabies. You know, they say if you can't stand the heat, get your nasty behinds out the kitchen. Because you probably didn't wash your hands in the first place.
Facts.
Get your nasty behinds out the kitchen. And this is exactly what you Trumpers do. You Trump pumping, thug, booty licking punks. Y'all like to put your mouths on other people, but when that same energy is reflected back towards you, you want to cry.
No lies detected.
You want to cry. Nobody, listen, keep crying because my sister Takesha, she's collecting those MAGA tears.
Get him, Nutty.
And we want to help her out in her business.
Hey. Yeah.
One more thing. Today is November 1st, correct?
Right. Yep.
So I just want to remind you, we literally have 1 month left for my offer.
Okay.
1 month. I've always said December 1st is the deadline.
Right.
To date, no one has taken us up on any of those offers. I haven't gotten a message or a phone call, text message from you or anyone else that I've put this call out to saying that, hey, we have a person that wants to take you up on the offer. Because that shows you how much of a chump these people are. Ooh. They want to sit there and they want to simp for Donald Trump and they want to simp for Vladimir Putin. Isn't it crazy how Russia is in bed with Iran Iran is in bed with Hamas, and Matt is in bed with Russia.
Woo!
You see that revolving circle?
Yeah.
Because you all want to talk about Jan 6 and how it was not Trump supporters, but it was Antifa and it was the FBI. Well, guess what? I am Antifa.
Oh.
And I wasn't there January 6th.
Oh. Did you get an invite to get there or something?
I wish I had. I wish I had.
Ooh.
Because they are so stupid to not understand the meaning of Antifa. Like, everybody in this country who loves this country should be Antifa.
Amen.
Hey, Zeus, I have a question for you. Are you Antifa?
Absolutely. All right.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Have a great day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. That is our good friend, Dark Nutty. And what we're going to call that?
Fatality.
There you go. I am Antifa, yes. Anti-fascist. And you know what? So to the folks in here that support fascism, and I've ran into one. I wouldn't normally say I am Antifa, but once I heard that gentleman, and I think he was in Oil Spills Live, this guy, he said, I am okay with having a fascist dictator. This is a dictator, as long as he treats me right. Once I heard that, I said, okay, we're at a new level now. These folks are openly embracing it. Openly. And they think it's cute. They think it's funny. Like Snuggles does. And that's why we have to bring the hammer of truth down the way that we do. You know, he's going to try to make it look like we're going after him personally. No, Snuggles. We're not going after you personally. I don't know you from a bag of rocks. I really don't. All right? But it's interesting, though, when I say something and it sticks. That's when you know God's talking to you. And you need to listen to God. All right? Because tick-tock, time's up, Snuggles. God's talking to you. It's time for you to hang it up. Stacy and Janae can't save your behind from the inevitable. All right? And you might think it's cute to talk trash about the Democrats and President Biden. You might think it's cute. And you know there's a saying that I want to make sure you remember. If you don't remember anything else today, Snuggles, remember this. And I had to learn this lesson the hard way. The same thing that makes you laugh can make your behind cry. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, right? Right? You've been around long enough to know what I'm saying when I'm saying what I'm saying. Same thing to make you laugh, Snuggles. It'll have you in that basement crying. All right? So be a man and own your crap. Own it today. All right. Let's bring up our next panel. You know, I have to say that because, and I like to get real close because, you know, you go into it when Snuggles talks, he gets like all like this in the camera as if that somehow makes it more honest. So I'm real close to you, Snuggles. Imagine I'm sitting right there in the basement with you. I'll go down in the basement with you, Snuggles. I've been in a lot of basements in my lifetime. Yeah, we in Grandma's basement together. And I'm telling you, grow up. I'm your big brother. Grow up, Snuggles. Because if you don't, that's your you know what. I'm going to hell for this stuff. I know I am. Oh, my God.
Oh, fatality. I'm in the fatality VIP box. Good morning.
Yeah, that was a fatality. You're right. Let's go.
What's up, Zeus? Let's
What's
go.
We're all in.
You know what? I'm loving this, right? I'm loving this because first of all, Takesha had me rolling, right? Dude with the with the hillbilly background. I don't know what's going on with him.
How does it taste?
How does it taste?
Yeah. I'm like,
victory tastes sweet, baby.
Yeah,
and we sip from the victory cup every single day. And check it out. There's more justice on the horizon, and you know, and you know.
Preach it, Miss Boss Diva.
Oh my God! I mean, I'm loving you, Zeus. I mean, I just wanted to come up here just to say. Well, of course, you know I got to mention how handsome you are.
Thank you, thank
That's
you.
the main part of it.
You're beautiful.
H.
You're very beautiful.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Too. But you know what? The thing about this, the whole situation with Eric and them getting on the stand. Is I think it's causing a major rift with Trump, right? Which is why he did about 75 tweets or troops or whatever that.
Yeah. He ranting and raving.
I think it's really got him on edge. And of course, you know, I would like to think that Judge Engoron, right? Every time that Trump says something stupid, it's like another $100 million he's gonna sanction him for. You know,
right.
You know, by the time it's all said and done, it might be ran up to $1 billion. What you think?
Yeah. Drain the account.
Right,
yeah.
Drain the swamp. Right.
Yeah. We're gonna get all of his money.
Oh my goodness, this is amazing. I mean, magateers. They are very, very delicious. I must admit, you know.
Tell them.
I mean, I wake up so early in the morning, and they pour down from every direction. If I'm in Straight Facts Live, if I'm in Superwoman Live, if I'm in Your Live, it doesn't really matter where I go. There's a magateer cup that's straight overflowing.
Amen. It's all because of the amazing work that we're doing. Folks like yourself, Miss Boss Diva, who's getting the truth out here.
Absolutely
so that folks can decide.
We have to do this thing. We have to do this thing because, you know, regardless of how ridiculous and stupid that they may be, you know what I mean? We are the adult in the room. You know, they're the children and we're the adult, and we still have to steer this country. Some adults got to take over, basically.
Right.
And that's where we at with the whole thing. But yeah, we'll be handing out Flavor Aid solo cups real soon, mixed with all them magateers y'all been pouring out, because it's going down. You know what I mean? That's how.
And they are crying, ain't they?
Yes, they crying rivers and Pacific Oceans, Atlantic Oceans. And they real deep, they real wide, Zeus. And, you know, I'm just here for the enjoyment. You are my entertainment, MAGA. I haven't laughed this hard in my life. We have been clowning you guys forever because the ridiculous crap that comes out of your mouth. Same points, same, you know, nothing new. And Snuggles, I just got to say, dude, you know what? You are such a hypocrite. That's why I never liked you from day one. I have always been asking Zeus, why does he even deal with your stupid behind? You know what I'm saying? I gotta have at least 30 more seconds for Snuggles, because I'm just gonna say this. You know what I mean? You go in everybody's live. You be trying to, you know, befriend people like, you know, like I don't see through your BS, dude. Because I can smell you from a mile away. I can smell, actually 25. Let's go with 25 miles away. And however far you are through the screen. And it permeates, you know, the area where you are. You cannot help yourself. You know what I'm saying? Going. You just can't help yourself, Snuggles. You lie about your grandmother. You lie about your mama. You're probably lying about yourself. You want to be like Zeus. You fake is all out $3 bill, you know, with E40 face on it. You know what I'm saying? Some crap like that. You know, you just out of the atmosphere, man. You way out of the stratosphere. You know what I'm saying? So maybe you should get on one of Elon Musk's rockets and shoot your behind way up in the, you know, galaxy some doggone where, and take all the rest of your MAGA demons with you. So that way you ain't got to keep exercising these demons every day. But anyway, you know what? I love you, Zeus. I know that was my time, man, and everybody else want to come up here. But you know what, Kingdom? Y'all keep holding it down. Love y'all. See y'all in these streets.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Miss Boss Diva, who once again served MAGA another fatality. Yeah. I bet you right now, Snuggles is on live right now, crying. I bet you, him and Stacy and Janae, he told me to bring it today, and I brought it. Did I bring it, ladies and gentlemen? Did I bring it? Did we bring it today? We brought it. They are in a live right now, crying. Pampers filled, crying. I mean, this is bad. They getting it on TikTok. Donald Trump got to go to court. His kids are in court. It's looking real bad for these Trump supporters. How can they get out here and ask me, how does it taste? Sir, Double D, this victory tastes real good. And no, you can't drink from my cup. You got to pour up somewhere else. And I won't pour up with MAGA. Absolutely not. Yeah, keep putting Trump 2024 in my comment section. I really do love that because it just makes me chuckle every time I see it. All right, let's bring up our next. We got one more after this, and then the show is going to have to end, ladies and gentlemen. But I appreciate each and every single one of you who tuned in. We're having some connection issues. Rock with me. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming on our. We'll end it with our good friend. Stick
What's
the
going
ruler.
on, Zeus?
Good
morning.
How are you doing, champ?
How you doing?
I'm all right.
Man, I'll just tell you, it's a hell of a show this morning. Hell of a show, man. Oh my God, you got him on the ropes. Let's call you. Yeah, man, you got him on the ropes, man. I mean, it's really nothing they can do this morning. But I'd like to play a new game with you. You know, I like playing games and I love entertainment. Correct.
Yeah.
Let's play Republican hypocrisy. All right.
Okay, talk to him.
Now, I'm gonna say something, Zeus, and then I want you to give me the equivalent of the Republican rhetoric.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna say something like, Tupac is coming back, and your response would be,
I don't know.
Maybe John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy Jr.
Okay, JFK is coming back. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you see how this goes. So
I see, but I don't know if I'm versed enough. Let's try it.
Okay. In my Democratic head, I will say, since I'm going to be deranged this morning like a MAGA demon, that Bill Clinton did not have sex with that woman.
Oh, you're a Democrat, so
I'm a Democrat, and you got to come with the hypocrisy of the Republican Party. So the hypocrisy of. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, he was impeached for it, right?
Yes, he was.
Okay, so if we're talking about Stormy Daniels, that was a perfect business deal. There was nothing wrong with that.
Okay. Touche.
Yeah.
Okay, touche.
It's normal.
Well, it's normal. That was just a regular business transaction. That had nothing to do with it. Okay.
And he didn't really pay for it. His attorney, who's been caught lying, paid for it. So they're not even the same.
They're not even the same.
Right.
Yeah, well,
one's actually guilty. Bill Clinton is.
That's. See, you see, this is what we hear on the other end. And that was just two little questions, or two little examples of how idiotic people sound. If I was to say Tupac was coming back, the Republicans would say, "Where'd you get this guy from? Where'd you get this guy from? Where was he at?" But they can say JFK is coming back all day. They can say Stormy Daniels was a deal gone bad.
Tell him.
So, just those are just two examples, MAGA, of the hypocrisy, the lies, the demented, twisted mouth that spews all of these unfactual things. So, just realize that what you see, there's somebody on the other side that sees something totally different that looks demonic. So, with that being said, enjoy the food, the taste. How does it feel? How does it taste in your mouth? How does it feel? Okay. So anyway, Takesha, thank you for that. Shay, thank you for that. Miss Boss Diva, thank you for that. Dark Nutty, thank you for that. And Swerving and my boy Attacking.
Yes.
You guys are great. Keep doing what you do. And Zeus, of course, your kingdom. Have a great day.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Stick the Ruler. No prize detected. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, guess what? That concludes this morning's show. All right, and I do hope each and every single one of you enjoyed this broadcast. All right, I want to give a special shout out to all of the panelists who came up here and made this show as exciting and engaging as I like to make it. All right, these panelists, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, they're the best. They really do work hard to research the facts and then be able to come up here and deliver it in a way that's, like I said, exciting and engaging. So I think I want you all to thank them. Also, I want to thank my subscribers. I see you out there. All right, I really do appreciate that. Again, I want to thank all of the viewers, all of the day ones that have been here and watched this show get to where it's being. I don't necessarily think we're done in terms of the growth, right? There's a lot more to do, and I'm committed to making sure we do it. The main thing here is we get the truth out here. We push back against a lot of the narratives that the folks on the right like to spread around on the internet. The 2016 election, that's the time where the narratives didn't get challenged, and we saw what happened, right? Donald Trump ended up in the White House. And so where we're at right now is when we're being subjected to the lies and misinformation, this app, TikTok, or actually social media in general, but I like TikTok, it allows us to, in real time, confront those lies and stop the misinformation right there, dead in its tracks. And listen, we strived, especially on the left, right, the Democrat, we're striving to be as factual as we can, but again, given the way politics is and the way information is flowing, it's always subject to be revisited. So make sure you do your own research at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Don't just go with something because it makes you feel good, all right? And be aware of the folks out here who are trying to portray themselves as victims when they're really the abusers. They're the harassers and the abusers. And they do a huge disservice to the real victims out here, all right? And I say that specifically to MAGA because, you know what? When this is all said and done, the history books will be printed, and it will go down in history that it was Donald Trump and his supporters that tried to overthrow the United States government. It wasn't the migrants. It wasn't the people of color. It was Donald Trump and his supporters, all right? So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to continue to do the work that I do, which is bringing you all nothing but the truth the way I do. Zeus style and Triple H style, right? And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, take care. Have a great rest of your morning. Happy November 1st. Stay safe and be safe wherever you go out here in these TikTok streets.
Zeus Corpus, the most handsome in the kingdom.
And I really am the most handsome. Thank you, Alicia.
How I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Great show.
Hey. In the sky, light you up like Zeus.
I make my own rules. I'm a god, call me Zeus. I'm tired. This boss needs thank you. Took a long time to get here. Hey, Steven. Hey, you living like a bum. Get away from me, for I got money. Venus. I can't leave it. Thank you, Venus. I can't hang around. Hey, for the subscription. You a high risk. Hey, we gonna make it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Ed. Thank you, Reggie. Hey. Thank you, Heaven. Listen, I definitely will be going to check out Snuggles live, all right? Because I gotta go see those MAGA teenagers. All right. So if we go over there, thank you for the gift. Don't be fooled by the tears, all right? This is game time, ladies and gentlemen, and we gonna bust MAGA's behind, all right? He's been saying it's fourth quarter. We ain't gonna let up. We won't stop until the game's over. And we have Snuggles and his team sitting on the bench crying. And they will be crying. How did we get beat like this? How did Zeus? Thank you. How did Zeus? President Biden. How did Shay? Dark Heaven. Dark Ann. Still ironic. How did April? How did attacking Reggie? How did they beat us? We beat you because you're losers. Miss Silk, I see you. Oh, and I see you subscribe to Miss Silk. Oh, now that's special right there. I'm honored to have your business, all right? I'm just sitting on my throne and you looking like a goof. And they really do look goofy over there. They do. They turn on their cameras and they get out here and they start lying. No shame. In Grandma's basement. Now that I know that, get your Snuggles. Oh yeah, I'm always be talking about you. In Grandma's basement. Snuggles. I must have really hit that nerve when I hit that octave, right? Snuggles. Hey. Yeah. I know I'm ruining Trump supporters' breakfast. Oh yeah. They spit that bacon and eggs out. That Diet Coke down the drain. It's probably flat right now, right? Drink your soda. I don't have an appetite anymore, Grandma. You know that's how MAGA is. All right. You know how this goes.
I just want to find 11,780.
And see, that's the crime. That's the crime right there. And we got it on tape. All right, Reggie, are you ready? Let's give him the Jack Smith remix. Let's go.
He's deranged. Jack Smith. 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 Donald Trump is indicted and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges. And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. I
am a Trump hater.
And his wife is even more of a Trump hater.
All right. Have a great rest of your morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are out of here.